Standard, get that.
You said default operator. They didn't take any operator off the board from Exit's defense.
As soon as I say
into the round, sure, Dokkaebi phone call comes out as well. Jackals is on the table. Opening kill from Canadian onto Gomez. Do some fragging of his own, and he's had a really good time in stage 3, finding those kills, and so has Skies.
All right, coming down the staircase. Kino didn't even have to hit a headshot because Skies was so low HP, but now we'll see how long XSET can defend for. A little ill-advised on the hatch. HP off, he does. The double push down, but it does confirm it. Ecl9pse gets both by himself. DarkZero to continue to set the pace. They did that already nice for the first round. Spirits grabs Canadian, but he won't have to do that for the next little while up until this push comes through. NJR finally gets Yaga off library hatch, and
there's been a big question mark following throughout the stage. Are they too slow sometimes? Well, yeah, but Pambasu finds that kill and a second team kill from Kino as well. What?
Okay. Ecl9pse might be going for the plant spot first. Oh no, he downs Diffuser, he still had it! The guy with Diffuser!
Minute and 35 seconds to go. They don't even have to worry about their own if they don't want to, but the Frost Trap and Diaz together combined, they find a free
but they're not defending the bomb site proper, so they will have to move. Drone comes back in, Gomez has a nice kill, but again, there's the trade connector, and they'll stay alive for now. But Habana's gonna move right in, find that frag. Skies
gets to find somebody isolated. For example, Canadian.
Pressure from trench side, he will grab Gomez as he moves right in, just trying to see if he can. Now there's a bit of disruption. Yaga can move in, Skies gets knocked out and taken down by Yag, and will continue to maintain. Or Yaga will find the refrag, but he's not the only one they have to pay attention to. Yag comes right back, knows he has to use keep on finding these frags. He's the everything man on this bomb site for DarkZero, and NJR will be the play instead.
But he's back.
But we'll see if the distraction works out. Instead, Pambasu gets down from a Kapkan trap, and DarkZero plays for just a second. And Canadian is going to hold off, and he will find Spirits as soon as he whips around the windows. Pamba will make the push instead. DS wants to prone. There is a response back, probably playing the long angle. There are some kills. Downed. XSET's first round comes from not having Diffuser in the right spot, and it's a 5. You've got the Wamai discs, and then another bulletproof specifically in Skies' back pocket. And speaking of Skies, down goes the other, but instead, it's the counter immediately. DarkZero are landsliding this thing. Gomez isn't even looking in the right direction. Glorious, and Wamai swing. There we go.
It's everybody swinging. Out the window. The backside execute instead.
And he's just going to run right through. Malusi drops back down. Immediately the glass dies, but DS still has blue cover. Canadian finds that other frag. Still up top. Blitz fight with them. No, he's got the coverage. Somebody has to die here instead. It'll be Spirits to clean Pambasu up. Can he get them both? It's not going to happen. It was so close. But instead, Yaga, with cover from the Monty, has the ability to plant instead. Ecl9pse comes back around. It's up to Gomez to clutch 2v1 and potentially plant this thing. The rush strat with double shields from XSET really went into their back pocket of the playbook to pull this one out, but it doesn't look like it's going to work. Canadian grabs the last kill. DarkZero finished their season with a victory. They secure themselves at minimum 5th place in stage 3, and just like
always love to pick the minds of people like that. And DZ, hey, winning it. We have none other than the one, the only Canadian sitting by to talk with us. How you doing, Troy?
Doing pretty good. How about you guys?
Doing good. Yeah, it was a game just now. It was a pretty interesting one. But hey, ending the stage with a win always has to feel good. But I'm sure you and the rest of DarkZero are looking ahead to SI. So my question for you, my first question for you is, what are you kind of taking out of this stage? What have the learnings been going into the pre-SI practice?
I mean, it was tough to take too much from it. I think a big thing had to do with our attacks and finding out some pacing things on our attacks probably. But at the end of the day, we played not even halfway through the stage, got thrown into an awkward situation and just kind of had to deal with it. So not the most to take out of it. We're moving on though, is what it is. Yeah, we're hungry. We're hungry for SI and hungry to improve and just kind of reset and go into that full force, I guess.
Canadian, maybe you won't want to answer me, but I do want to ask the question that I think everybody wants to know the answer to. Obviously, Sky's coming in was supposed to be temporary. He's not, meaning to play with you guys forever. But given that he played pretty well with you guys, and given that you guys had a pretty successful stage, even if you didn't make the major, is there any chance that we might see Sky sticking around for next year for SI for important tournaments?
Maybe, not sure. We're just considering our options, basically, considering what we want to do with the roster. Obviously, no matter what, we kind of have to make a change. Like this stage, we took it as a stand-in. Whether we get Alex or not, yeah, we're taking the approach that things will be different for the next stage. Yeah, it was a temporary substitute. At the end of the day, I don't think Alex is a natural fit for the role that Paul played. So it kind of throws the dynamic of the team a bit off.
That's fair.
Okay.
All right, I want to expose you a little bit. I watched the videos that Grant puts together about your comms that you post most, I think once after every game. And something I've noticed from Charlotte until now, and you can tell me if this is a trend, Mint will continue to reinforce communication and always ensuring that there is talking as opposed to no talking. Is that something that you've been able to improve on more and more as this year has gone on? And is it just the clips that Grant happens to catch are always the ones where he's talking about making sure that there's stuff happening in comms? Is it a super common thing you have to work on?
I mean, when things are bad, that's how it goes. I think that's the same issue with any team, though. At the end of the day, the way mistakes are avoided and the way you improve on these things is you constantly reinforce it. You don't just say, hey, let's get better at this, and then, that's it. We're better at it now. It's every single day you remind yourself, okay, we need to do this. We need to do this. We still need to do this. We still need to do this. 6 months later, we still need to do that. And just reminding yourself the whole time. So I don't think it's a matter of it's not clicking. It's just that's a coach's and a leader's responsibility is reminding the team of what we need to do.
Fair enough. So one more question before we let you go here. So as one of the most experienced players in Rainbow Six and someone who just this year alone has seen very high highs and then some very challenging times too, I want you to kind of, if you can, give us sort of a little bit of a life of Canadian year in review kind of thing. Looking at your whole career and then looking at this year, what's your feelings about this year versus, your career in its entirety?
I mean, I think overall the year was pretty successful. We won a major within under a year of me being on the roster. And then obviously some things happened, as they do with life, with the team. Like it's just how the way things work, right? There's obstacles and you have to move past them. So, things got in the way. We've had some hiccups and we're just kind of resetting again. It's basically, I think, coming into this SI, going to be a new project, basically. The kind of mindset that we had heading into previous events like Sweden Major, like the previous Sweden Major, the one a year ago,
right,
and SI 2022, heading into those, just like thinking of it as constant improvement and just trying to continue to improve and improve. And I think that's kind of how we're going to look at it. I don't think we're going to have the expectations of, Charlotte Major champions weighing on us. Maybe other people will have that, but I don't think we will have that for ourselves. At the end of the day, we'll be a new team coming to SI, and regardless of that, we haven't even qualified for the last two majors. So just kind of resetting and continuing to look to improve. Yeah,
fair enough. All right. Well, thank you so much for giving us your insight, for taking the time to chat with us. Congrats on the win today, and then good luck with all the prep going into SI.
Sounds good. Thank you very much for having me on.
All right.